But the concept is this, and I was like, I don't know. I've listened to plenty of like, state of the American, prison system, and the atrocities of that, and the racism, and the over corporation incentives. Like, there's a lot of bad shit. It's tough. I was like, I'm about to turn this thing off because I've heard a lot of it. I'm like, all right, but I gave it a little bit longer. It's about 12, 13 minutes. And I forget his name right now. I'm just in the middle of it. So the thing is, I turn on my TED Talks and I can't read them while I'm driving, but I listen to them while I drive. The concept was this, and it was basically that people that are incarcerated, sometimes it's statistics, right? Sometimes they are wrongfully incarcerated, or sometimes they were genuinely incarcerated for a reason, like drug charge, whatever. There's like lots of laws to break. The system basically is designed to, they call it, time served, right? Like, they're designed to hand out time to serve for the crime. And when you're dealing with casework and the judge is hearing the cases and whatnot, the public defenders are overworked. Like, I was like, all right, about to turn this off. It's easy to see John Doe has a drug offense. It's his first, second charge, and let's just give him the maximum sentence, because maybe he'll say something for himself, maybe he has a defense, or maybe he doesn't. Like, he's not really a person, he's just a process. And judges, I can understand how this is the case. I mean, that's one of the hardest jobs you can do, right? The concept is this, and the gentleman speaker started a foundation. They've been working on this, and basically, and it's a pretty great idea, right? Which is, the family of incarcerated people are invited to come and be part of essentially this group. And it's like one part support group, helping people, with some of the legal understanding, going to the appointments in court to hear the case hearings. And then also to represent the incarcerated people, to appeal to like the judge. And so a good example of that, right, is he called it basically, they were like these short, like, social dossiers. So like, if a man is incarcerated and he's a father and he's a good father, and he made mistakes, being able to represent in a court with a group of people supporting him, and to have this little bio about this person to turn him into a person, it actually allows the judge to basically be empathic and to make better rulings. So a good example of that was like, this father of two daughters did a dossier on all the things that he and his daughters do together and the role that he plays in their life, making breakfast, taking them to school, after school activities, and it had some drug charges or something, like he truly needed help. And he was facing 5 years, right? And you put anyone away for 5 years, you're wrecking all kinds of life, right? Like, that's a tough thing, for a drug charge. It wasn't like he was, bricks of cocaine or anything, it wasn't like he was selling crazy amounts of heroin. Like, I think it was possession or something. So the judge, after seeing him humanized and the good that he is doing and that he has a problem, instead of giving him 5 years, he gave him 6 months rehabilitation. So he was still on court order. He still had to do the penance. He needed to do the penance, but he also needed to then go through the court order processes. So, but he got to stay home and still be a father, and judicial system's scary. Being in court's scary. Anyone that can decide whether you're going to away for 5 years or whether you're going to be able to be given a chance, to weigh the situation, and to have a group of people that can humanize you and stand up for you, where normally most people get very isolated when they go to court, and they don't have a lot of family support. Everyone's got different situations. So I found the TED Talk fascinating. So he captivated me, and their mission is to have a support group to teach people how to do this, how to support people that are going through the judicial system in America, and realizing that it's a public process. It's part of what society runs on. We have a lot of incarcerated people when it comes to the states, but I thought it was fantastic. So I'll share that with you guys once I dig it out.